Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Crafting Journey out walking the dogs. It is National Kitten Day. We're going to talk about that. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and that you're ready to do some crafting because I got some great crime stories for you this week. Stay tuned. Crafting Journey here, that journey chick over on Instagram. Welcome to another edition of Crafting and Crime Daily. I'm so happy to bring you this show each day. Today, the like button. Yeah, I gave him the day off. I've been pretty tough on him lately about the housework, so he's going to take the day off and going to try his hand at crafting. He hasn't told me what craft. I'm scared. So don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you enjoy the content, and if you're already a subscriber, please consider becoming a member of the channel. And the money that they donate each month goes to support the content of the channel. So I can bring you more stuff, more crazy crime and crafts. So also in the notification bell, it's really important, especially on this channel, that you hit all, because you never know when Crafting and Crime is going to finish uploading each day. So today I'm going to try my hand at some watercolor. So what I've done, it's very faint, you can't see it there. I traced out a butterfly because my dress has butterflies. So I thought, hey, let me do a butterfly, right? Oh, I don't want to do it on the back of this one. Oh, well, too late. I'm going to. Oh, well. Before we start, I got something to unbox. This is from Diamond Painting Drills. I am an affiliate. The link is down in the description. Just follow the link to the site, pick out what you like and order it. And I do make a small commission, but you'll love what's on there. But let me tell you, first of all, they're having a summer sale. Buy 3 bags of diamonds, you get 1 free. That's a heck of a deal on all of the Aurora Borealis bags. So here's what I got. Yeah, red, white, and blue crystals. Oh my gosh. It's a sale that she's having. It's a special sale. I don't think it's different than the other sale, but you can order red, white, and blue. Square or round. I always ordered square. Then I ordered a round diamond painting. Oh, well, I'm going to have to order some round ones now. But, I don't do a lot of red, white, and blue paintings, but I think these colors will certainly come in handy somewhere. I mean, look how beautiful this one is. It's just a silver AB. This one is a dark blue and a red. And I ordered this month's pack. Every month she has a themed pack of drills. So first thing I did, because I have been an affiliate with her for over a year, was say, now is this the same as last year's 4th of July? She said, no, it is not the same. So if you ordered the drills from last 4th of July or July month where the theme was red, white, and blue, some are duplicates, most are not. So a lot of the stuff in here is different than what you got last year. You can also order these in squares or rounds. You can order these in jars. I like to order these are the jars, or you can order them in packages. You do get more in the packages. You're going to pay a little bit more. But I prefer to have these just so I get a smattering of different colors. And then if I find one that I really like and I want to replace drills with that color, I might order more. But this also has this, oh my gosh, this gorgeous silver crystal that I just showed you. Several different colors of red, blues, whites. And on the back, she has the AB number, the DMC number of the crystals. So it's a 5200. Now that may be duplicative of last year, but I think she tried to include some reds and blues that were not included last year, including glow in the dark blue, glow in the dark white. Okay, so check out that site. Just follow it down in the description and check it out. Remember, buy 3, get 1 free. That's one heck of a deal. It really is. And she is one of our sponsors. Alyssa runs this company. She is one of our sponsors, Diamond Painting Drills, for The Great Escape. She'll be giving away a $25 gift card to spend in her shop and a 10% discount during the event. Now, so if you want to wait to order your crystals till during the event, that starts August 1st, but the July packs won't be available August 1st. August 1st, she'll have a different themed pack. And I'm going to get with her and see if I can talk her into an Aurora Borealis themed pack for next month. Anyway, let's get the paints out. Did you have a great weekend? You know what I did this weekend? Besides my YouTubing, I slept all weekend long. Slept. And I kept saying, is something wrong with me? Why? This thing is so hard to open. Why am I sleeping so much? Oh, man, I don't know why that's so hard to open. Okay. It's very used, as you can tell. Now, my diamond painting is not here because I put it away last night. I did some unboxings. I did one unboxing of my two Dreamer Design paintings that I just got in. It'll be up on the channel maybe late today or tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, we want them nice and juicy. Okay. Oh, my arm hurts. Coffee time. Yes, I'm using my Louis Vuitton mug. Oh my gosh, I didn't have the microphone up here. I hope you guys could hear me. I will turn the volume up on the video. Okay. Butterflies, butterflies. All right, what I want to do, you always want to start lightest to darkest when you're watercoloring. So I want to maybe do a wash on these leaves to begin with. Just kind of a light wash. Oh, I don't know what colors. Oh, blue would be fantastic. Oh, this is a pretty color, blue. Let's just do a light wash on that. Oh, yeah. I don't know what else is in there, but it's getting mixed in. Oh, there we go. So we're just going to do oh yeah, this is a very light wash. Perfect. Not as light as I thought. Okay. That's all right. It's watercolor. We can make mistakes in watercolor. So I hope you guys had a great weekend, like I said, and that you're ready to do some crafting. It's National Kitten Day. This is a day where, you know, kittens turn into cats. So we want to be responsible cat owners. We want to make sure that if we get a fluffy cutie kitten, that we make sure that it's right for our house. That's going to get you know, it's going to get along with the other animals. Children. And we're gonna, should I do the upper leaves a different color? I probably should, huh? But by all means, please adopt a cat. But go to a shelter to adopt your cat. There are so many cats that are born in shelters or born in the, you know, feral. They're out in the wild and they're born and, you know, they just live out in the wild. It's sad. Sad but true. So yeah, you want to make sure you go to a shelter because if nobody adopts them, you know, they don't stay around for long, unfortunately. So we're doing a wash on the upper leaves. I think I'm seeing a red, white, and blue theme here. Oh boy. I think I meant this to be pink, but oh, this is pretty. Very pretty color. So news-wise, very quiet weekend. I finished watching that search for gold on ADAC, and they did find a couple of gold coins. Now, I'm going to want to let this dry, the wash dry, before I start putting stuff inside the wings. So I will talk to you while I do that. Let's talk about crafting and crime daily. What happened at the trial last week? Let me bring you up to speed. If this is your first day tuning in for the trial, this is the trial of Kevin Eastman. He is being prosecuted for 2 murders. The murder of Scott Sessions, who was pretty famous in his community, played the trumpet, played jazz, played in a band called the Movers and the Shakers. Yeah, I bet that was good. And Rebecca Frank, yes. Rebecca Frank was Kevin Eastman's girlfriend. They had been together for many, many years, but they had broken up a couple of times over these years. At this point, they were broken up. So she starts having a conversation with Scott Sessions on Facebook Messenger. They meet up one time. After that, she kind of ghosts him. I don't know what happened during their meeting, but she kind of ghosts him. And then she goes to his concert with her son. And he texts her after the concert, hey, I didn't see you at the concert. And she's like, yeah, I was there, but I wasn't on the dance floor. And I was there with my son. And so they arranged to have a date on February 8th. Scott Sessions shows up for the date and is murdered in the doorway. Someone comes up from behind him and slashes his throat. Yeah, but here's the rub. He had defensive wounds on his hands. Now, nobody seems to know. I can't figure out, how do you get defensive wounds on your hands if someone comes up to you and damn near slices your head off? I don't know. Unless maybe there's 2 people involved. Was it not just Miss Frank at the house that day? Well, we do know from the evidence so far that Kevin Eastman had been staying with his sister. While they were broken up, he had been staying with his sister in another town. He was trying to be sober. Both Frank and Eastman were alcoholics, and when they would drink, they would get into these terrible fights, and he would beat her up. So he was trying to get on the straight and narrow, living with his sister, going to AA. Well, but one night he goes out and he binges. When he comes back home, sister had locked him out of the house. So he's like, where am I going to go? So he ends up back at Rebecca Frank's house. So she's like, I got a date tonight. And this is like, I'm getting this from the defense's opening. She tells him, I've got a date tonight. She takes his cell phone to pawn it because we're going to hear testimony. We haven't heard it yet, but we're going to hear testimony that all 3 cell phones pinged at that residence all night long on the night of the 8th through the 9th. Scott Sessions, Frank's, and Eastman's. So why are all 3 of them there? And we know from the evidence we've heard so far that where the body of Scott Sessions was found was a truck that backed up, footprints on both sides of the truck that go back and from the back of the vehicle to the body and back. So I'm waiting to hear about, do those footprints match with anything? Size-wise, do they match with her? Do they match with him? Did she kill Scott Sessions and then later on Eastman killed her? Because she shows up dead a week later. Yeah. All right. So that is where we're at. So then we get, yes, last week's testimony for the most part was just entering things into evidence. And you have to do that through a witness, the person that found it. So it was kind of a boring week. We got the rug, the carpet padding, everything came into this room. The knife, oh my God, the knife was frightening. I think I have a picture of the knife. I'll show that to you. I'm sorry, her name is Heather Frank. My name's Rebecca. Heather Frank. So the first witness we get to hear from is Alex Mclaughlin. Now, he is Heather Frank's oldest son. He is gay. He's married. He has two younger brothers that are twins, but he was the closest to his mother. And they oftentimes lived together. At this point, he's 27 years old. He said that Kevin Eastman and his mother, Heather Frank, started dating back in 2012. And the first incidents of violence that he became aware of was in 2014. He said he would speak to his mother almost every day. Now, after she met Scott Sessions, remember I said that she went to that concert and he called her up the next day and said, how come, we had a great concert. Were you there? I didn't see you. And anyway, I said she was there with her son. That is the last time that he saw his mother physically. Now, there was a time later that week, Thursday, that he talked to his mother. So a little bit more of the background of Kevin Eastman and Heather Frank from the son. He said that the last time they broke up was December 24th of 2019, that they had a very toxic relationship. February of 2014, he attempted to slash her throat. Is he a throat slasher? Because that's how the jazz musician died. Her face was black and blue, and her wrist was broken. The mother tells her son, oh, I pushed him. Well, the fact is they were just both drunk. Then in May 1st of 2015, he was living with them. And they came home, Eastman and Frank come home, and they're arguing. And they both come out of the bedroom, and Eastman puts Heather into a chokehold. So this young man pulled his mother off of Eastman. So then Eastman goes after him, hit him 3 times in the head, and then wrestles him to the ground. So he gets away from him, and he left. He goes and calls the police. The police said, yes, he was very visibly upset, but they talked to the mother. She was very hesitant to answer any questions, didn't want to file charges. And when they got a hold of Eastman, he just said, listen, we had been drinking, and things got out of control. Crazy. This son also says in 2019, the defendant attempted to strangle his mother. She had strangulation marks on her neck, and we do hear that from another defendant that saw her with those marks on her neck. He said there were many other times where he would see bruising on her chest, on her face, that she just wouldn't stay away from him. Now, on cross-examination, he agreed with the defendant that they had this wild relationship and that both of them struggled with alcohol abuse, clearly. The other thing they had him point out was that, after the police came and they did their crime scene investigation at the Heather Frank home and the property was turned over to the son because he inherited it, he said that there was nothing that he could see that was missing from the home. Now, I guess that will become significant later on. Now we have this Anthony Villardo. He was a friend of Heather Frank's they had met when they were in high school and met back up later on in life through Facebook. Isn't Facebook wonderful? And became friends. I mean, he was married. She's in a relationship with Eastman. But, she worked at this restaurant. It was a restaurant that was just open for breakfast and lunch, and he would come in with his family and they would chit-chat. But she had his phone number. I guess they had exchanged phone numbers. And she calls him one day and she says, listen, I need to get away from him. And he was aware that she was in this toxic relationship just by things he had visualized and things she had told him. But she says, I can't drive my car because she had an interlock on her car. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of an interlock, but it goes on the steering wheel and it locks the steering wheel. And the only way it will unlock is if you breathe into this thing and your alcohol level is below a certain level. Well, she couldn't drive her car because she had been drinking. So she said, can you come pick me up? And he's like, of course. She says, I just want you to drive me to a friend's house. So he said, yeah, of course I can do that. So he gets in his car, drives like 20 minutes, goes over there, and he gets there, and she doesn't come out. He doesn't go to the door because he doesn't know what the situation is. But he's there for a while and nobody comes out. And so he leaves. Yeah. Then he gets a text message from Eastman saying, you know, I'm going to kill you if you interfere with my girlfriend, again. Crazy, isn't it? He said, I will kill you, stab you with a screwdriver, and no one will find your body. What? That's a hell of a thing to say. Oh my God. This guy's a kook. So after that, he is like, I don't want anything to do with this family because they're crazy, He says it's dangerous, and I don't want to get hurt. So after that, he just left them alone, which I can't blame him. Okay, I'm doing the butterfly, butterfly. Just adding some darker color into the wing. Oh, that's pretty. Very pretty. Look. Yeah, you can't see. Anyway, next we have her hairstylist, Heather Frank's hairstylist, who comes in and said there was one time when she came in with a bald spot on her hair. And she said she got it when Eastman pulled her hair out of her scalp. And that there was a bruise on her arm. Then we get a friend and employer, the woman that owns the Doug Day Diner where Heather Frank works. Now they had been friends for 20 years, and it comes down to where she employs Heather Frank, and then Heather Frank becomes a manager. So now they're more of less of a friend relationship and more of a boss employee relationship. She felt like she didn't like Eastman from the beginning. She thought it was a very unhealthy relationship that she had with the defendant, especially when they were drinking together. She said they didn't get along and things would get physical. Now, Heather told this friend she was scared to leave Kevin Eastman because she thought he would kill her, that he would try to stop her before she would be able to leave, and that he would kill her. She said he wouldn't take it well and things would get dangerous. She also described that he always needed to know where she was going, who she was going with, very controlling, and that he would screen her phone calls, which is why I think he knew that guy was coming to pick her up that night. So this woman says on the morning of February 9th. Now, this is the night after we know Scott Sessions shows up at Heather Frank's house for a date and is killed in the doorway. Well, on the morning of the 9th, Heather Frank is supposed to get up early and go to work. Instead, she texts her boss which the boss thought was a little unusual, not terribly unusual, but a little unusual because she usually calls. But she texts her and says, I'm not going to be in today, not feeling well. So she didn't think anything of it. Said she'd been up throwing up all night. Well, me too. I'd be throwing up all night if I just slashed somebody's throat or witnessed somebody slashing somebody's throat. Yeah, I might be up all night. Just going to put in some more. If you guys haven't tried watercolor, you need to try it. Oh my gosh. It's fun. I don't know what I'm going to do for the middle part here. I haven't decided. I'm going to do some different things on the outer part. Yeah, we're going to let that, well, we don't know. I don't know if we need to let it dry. So, does Rebecca Frank show up for work on the next day, on the 10th? Yes, she does. And she says she was not looking well, looking very tired, like she was sick. She says, I think I attributed it to her being sick the day before, but she did come into work. But she had no makeup on, looked like she had been crying. So she comes into work that day, which was a Monday. She comes in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then no one ever sees her again. Never comes back to work. And now we know Thursday is also the day that is the last time her son talked to her. And that would have been the 13th. Her body is found on the 14th. On cross-examination, this restaurant owner agreed that it was a very tumultuous relationship, exacerbated by alcohol. I think we get that, yes. No excuse, though. No excuse. Then we get Jean McAllister, who is an expert witness on interpersonal violence. And there was a lot of objection to this woman testifying because she's not a medical doctor. She's just a woman that specializes in testifying about these kind of relationships. And here's the interesting thing. She testified that a lot of these relationships, there's that the women who tried to get out of these relationships for the first several months after they've gotten out of the relationship they're at their highest risk for violence, including death. Yeah, because they tried to get out of the relationship. So this woman was not wrong by saying, if I try to get out of this relationship, it'll be very dangerous for me. She was absolutely right. It was going to be very dangerous for her. So that is that. Okay, yeah. So there'll be more testimony today. I'm glad we finally get into the substantive testimony. Yeah. So I think I want to put some yellow. Yeah, let's do yellow here on the outer part. Oh, that's not even going to show up. No, we're not going to do yellow. We need something that's going to show up. Maybe this color here. Yeah, that'll probably show up better. Yeah. I just want to put these on the outer part of the butterfly. So in 1979, on this day in history, Skylab crashes to the Earth over Australia and the Indian Ocean. Now, Skylab had gone up into space. The Russians had tried to beat us at that and had not been successful. They did put something up and it didn't really work right. So we put up Skylab. We had 3 successful missions, 9 men who lived for an extended period of time in Skylab, did hundreds of thousands of photos of the sun and various planets, did a lot of research, including, extended periods of time in space. But this Skylab was only made to last for 3 missions. Then it started to lose its orbit, and it would they knew it would come back to Earth. But here's the rub. I've said that a few times today. Where am I getting that? Okay. They didn't put any money into or thought into how to get it back to Earth safely. No boosters, nothing. So the best they could do was guesstimate where this thing was going to land. And they did kind of guesstimate somewhere over Australia. And they were exactly right. It landed somewhere over Australia. And fortunately, it did not, no one was injured or killed, thank God. But there was a newspaper in New York that had offered a $10,000 sort of a bounty type thing, saying, you know, the first person that can come bring us a fragment of this Skylab will give $10,000 to. And they were thinking, well, nobody's in the U.S. is going to do this. And they put a time frame on it, you know, because it's not landing in the U.S. Well, this 18-year-old over in Australia, he had read this. So he had debris all over his yard. He picks up a bunch of it, catches a flight to New York, and claims his $10,000. And they paid it to him. How funny is that? We're going to do orange here. I don't know what. Oh, let's do orange in the middle too. I think that would be really cute. That's pretty. We didn't blend it with a lot of other colors. I think that would have been pretty. I think next time I do this, I'll try to blend it with some other colors. See if I can do some of that now. Just doing like little outlines here, because really all I've outlined with it is the pencil. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, huh? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, I need to do the upper butterfly there, and then we'll probably call it a day, huh? Let's just do the antennae, which would be black, I would think. All right. Oh my God, I love watercolor. Oh, that one's bleeding in there. That's okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make that work. We're gonna put some dots in there and make it work. We're gonna make it work because that looks cool. In fact, I think we'll do that there because I think that looks pretty cool. Because butterflies always have these symmetrical markings on them. So that's a happy mistake there. All right, let's go on the edge of this thing. So pretty, oh my gosh. All right, I think that's going to be the butterfly. There we go. That's it. All right, guys. I've never done a butterfly before. That looks kind of cool. All right, guys. And what you could do is, if once it completely dries, you could actually erase the tracings that you did, if you want to. Okay, so that's the show for today. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and consider becoming a member. Yes, I love all my members. And I will see you tomorrow in Crafting and Crime Daily. Hey, take care, everybody. Bye.